denied. That is the last word in the first sentence of today's Supreme Court decision, and it is the last word on Donald Trump's unprecedented, the court called it, unprecedented attempt to overrule the current president of the United States, Joe Biden, and block the National Archives from handing over all of the records and documents of the Trump presidency that the January 6th committee has demanded. Donald Trump and his lawyers did not have to read beyond the first sentence of the Supreme Court's very short decision today to know that the Trump dream of a total cover-up has died. The unsigned order by the court notes that only Justice Clarence Thomas disagrees with the court's decision. All three of the judges appointed to the court by Donald Trump joined in crushing the Trump cover-up dream today. The first sentence says, quote, the application for stay of mandate and injunction pending review presented to the Chief Justice and by him referred to the court is denied. The Supreme Court said that Donald Trump's assertion of executive privilege was unprecedented, coming from a former president in a case like this. But the court said that Trump's request would have been denied even if he were still president. Quote, because the Court of Appeals concluded that President Trump's claims would have failed even if he were the incumbent, his status as a former president necessarily made no difference to the court's decision. Harvard's constitutional law professor Lawrence Tribe offered his scholarly opinion of the court's decision today, saying, this is huge. Tonight, the January 6th committee released this statement, quote, the Supreme Court's action tonight is a victory for the rule of law and American democracy. The Select Committee has already begun to receive records that the former president had hoped to keep hidden, and we look forward to additional productions regarding this important information. Our work goes forward to uncover all the facts about the violence of January 6th and its causes. We will not be deterred in our effort to get answers for the American people, make legislative recommendations to strengthen our democracy, and help ensure nothing like that day ever happens again. And leading off our discussion tonight is Neil Katyal, law professor at Georgetown University, and most importantly, a former acting U.S. Solicitor General who has practiced before the United States Supreme Court repeatedly. He is an MSNBC legal analyst. Neil, I give you the floor in your reaction to the court.
Well, Lawrence, I don't think I've seen this much excitement about a late-night literary release since the final Harry Potter book came out. And why is everyone so excited? Because it's a dark time in our country. People are worried about voting being under assault and rules and laws more generally. And here we've got, at least for this moment, the rule of law coming back, and in a really profound way. I was on your show last night. I told you to predict this result, that the Supreme Court wasn't going to hear this executive privilege case. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. They denied Donald Trump's claim 8-1. So what's the case about? Executive privilege is this idea. It's a good idea. It's the idea that presidents need a zone of secrecy around their decision making, like foreign affairs and things like that. You don't want like treaty negotiations to spill out into open court. What it's not about is plotting a coup and overthrow of American democracy. Trump tried to invoke it for that reason, and his claim was a loser from the start. The trial court rejected it right away. The circuit court, our nation's second highest court, took 9 days to write a 68-page opinion, blowing it out of the water. And now today, the U.S. Supreme Court, which is a quite conservative Supreme Court, to put it mildly, but totally threw out Trump's claims.
Certainly, the judiciary at the Supreme Court level has become over-politicized in many people's minds. But one thing worth noting here is that the appeals court opinion that the Supreme Court accepted today in full was written by 3 judges who were appointed by Democratic presidents. 2 were appointed by President Obama. 1 was appointed by President Biden. And this Supreme Court, with 3 Trump appointees on it, 6 appointees from Republican presidents, they accepted, with only the exception of Clarence Thomas, they accepted all of the reasoning of those 3 judges appointed by Democratic presidents.
Exactly, Lawrence. And that's the rule of law at its best. It's not supposed to be the way Donald Trump thought about it, Trump judges and Obama judges. They're just federal judges. And I want to commend here the judges, but also the lawyers involved in this for the January 6th committee, because everyone in this case understood that Donald Trump has one signature move, which is delay. And they litigated this thing and decided this thing in the opposite of the way all the other Trump stuff has been done. I mean, this case was actually filed on my mom's birthday, October 18th, 3 months and 1 day ago. And they went through all three layers of our court system, and the judges all ruled really quickly because they understand there's a need to finally get at the truth, and Trump's been evading that for so long.